guys, and welcome to a very exciting video. Now today, as you can see, there are two brand new members that have joined the collection. Now, there is one more member that is yet to be shown, but I'm pretty sure you guys pretty much all know who that member is. And that member is Travis. Now Travis has been built. I just thought Travis might want his own video. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you off Wendy and Benny. The others are here because I thought it would be cool to have all the human figures I've got so far as for comparison to the size right next to Benny. And Scoop is here because, well, Benny always called him the big banana and they were great friends. Yeah, it was also for comparison as well to see how Benny sizes towards the bigger machines. So I'm going to move Bob, Spud and Scoop out of the way, and let's focus on the two mains today. Alright, here they are. Let's have a look at Wendy. So here is Wendy. Now I got Wendy not that long ago. She actually arrived yesterday from the same place where I got Spud from. And it's actually not too bad. Like, the joints work pretty well, the paint is mostly good, but there definitely are some mispaints, but that is to be expected, and scuffs with something old like this. I know it's not that old, but I do know these are at least a decade old now, which is crazy. So yeah, it is hard, it is getting harder and harder to find these kind of figures, and they just work excellently for stop motion animation, so I can't wait to use Wendy in my next animation project, along with Spud, which will also be in the animation project. As for Benny, well, I'm still working on Benny because there is one major issue that stops him from being his full potential when it comes to stop motion animation. Also, Benny, in case you guys don't know, is a little bit too big for the size I'm going for. Actually, should have had the camera the other way around, I'm not gonna lie. Benny is so small. Basically, Wendy is pretty much either the exact same height as Benny right now, or slightly lower than Benny. And if you look on the show, Benny should actually be about half of the height of the face, but these figures compared to the actual size of my machines are a little bit too small. So I reckon another 2 more plates lower with Benny, or even a whole brick lower, should get Benny to the correct height, which is why I'm planning to redesign the treads. So that's Wendy. Wendy's pretty good, I'm quite happy with her. But let's have a look at the treads. So if we have a look at the treads here, they're not too bad, right? But they definitely are a little bit too tall, and a little bit too big too. A little bit too low underneath Benny's actual treads. Like, they shouldn't be that low underneath the actual body, so I'm going to actually eventually come up with a new tread design, which is why the computer's here, because I'm currently working on a new tread design, which I also want to add MOC's thinner caterpillar tracks, which requires 1 wide tread pieces, and you just double that, and we'll have the gears in red, so that way they'll be a little bit more smaller, the correct size and the correct width. That will make MOC look better as well. Unfortunately, you double the amount of treads you need, so yeah, that can be get quite expensive. But yeah, here's Benny. Now, Benny actually was pretty good. So let's get a close-up at Benny. So if you have a look at Benny's face, I'm quite happy with how Benny's face turned out. It's really nice. I think it captures Benny's face quite well. His treads, despite being a little bit too large, they do still function and just barely still work, even though they slightly hit that curved bit at the back right there. And some really cool techniques were used to create the shape and curves and angles for this model, especially for this size, which is one of my most coolest achievements. As you can see, with Benny's technique, see all those cheese slopes to minimize all those gaps. There is a gap going all the way through there, which you can just see, but that's not too bad. And it all uses a really cool technique, which I'll probably show on the screen. But yeah, basically, this whole black connection, this whole chunk here is all connected by a clip that attaches to a bar that sticks into a snot brick. The snot brick with the stud slightly pushed inwards. Kind of like a headlight brick, basically. And yet that all works together, slots together perfectly, and the cheese slopes actually wedge in there really nicely. Same with the top, as you can see, there's barely even any gaps, and that all just merges really nice with that top curve. And I'm just so glad it turned out as good as it did. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. Benny's functions are actually decently good. So we got a function here, where you can make that go up and down. We also got a function there. That can go up and down too. And so can Benny's bucket. Now it is a bit loose, the hinge, but you can always change that, maybe like a ratchet joint or something. I don't know, but yeah, that isn't the best. But I'm pretty sure there would be stronger friction stuff there as well, so that's okay. For the main part, it works, and it's not too important, but yeah, it works. So there's that. Benny's treads work decently well. Not the nicest things. It's a little bit difficult to push him because he's so small, and there are parts on him where you don't want to actually push on, otherwise you might break it. That works. I even made a little area where you can, this might take some bit, where you can rotate. You can also turn Benny's back section from side to side as well, as you can see there, all thanks to this little round clip piece. And you see this brighter pink, that was the best match I could find in terms of the color. This piece actually recently exists in dark pink, but at the time of building this, it didn't exist, but now it does. That'll be a 1x2 tile, by the way. I just didn't have one at the moment, because both Travis and Benny's bricks are bricks I have never had in my entire collection in terms of colors. So yeah, it's really cool. So yeah, all of that pink, different color, will be replaced with dark pink at one point. It's just the best I could find. Now, Benny had one major problem with this design, and I think you guys all know what I'm talking about. This bit here, I had to replace it with a ratchet joint because just a normal hinge clip like that was nowhere near enough support. So the whole arm would just flop down. Now with this new ratchet joint, it actually allows Benny to have this function. So this can go up and down. It can rotate side to side. That can open up to reveal the claws, and you can move the claws in all directions that you want, whatever direction you want. Doesn't really matter too much. Just close that up. And yeah, quite nice actually. I am quite happy with how Benny turned out. Definitely one of my most complicated boulder builder models I built so far, honestly. My most technical model, I would say, I actually don't really know. I think the Scoop might be up there, because Scoop was quite technical, but it was already familiar with those types of angles and bracket pieces and all that stuff. Like, I kind of knew how I wanted to build Scoop, but Benny I did not. I had to completely mess around and see how things worked and all that stuff. So yeah. As for the light grey pieces, now they do exist in dark pink as well. We just couldn't get them, unfortunately. But yes, they do exist. And the ratchet joints, Those bit there and that hinge unfortunately do not exist in dark pink. That's why they are the different colours. That's the only negative with going to a ratchet joint. So let me see if I can try and move this. This piece is not very nice to move. Ugh. But yeah, as you can see, there's one clip, click, second click. Oops. I disturbed Benny's roof a little bit. It's okay. Yeah, so that's about as far as it can go, because if it goes any further, it'll actually hit Benny's eye, which is unfortunate. I tried to find a solution for that, but I just couldn't. So yeah, that's the best I could do at the moment. If you want that to go any lower, you could like rotate the eye on the bar, then you go all the way down. So I might do that for stop motion animation, I don't know. But yeah, each click, as you can see, is giant. Like, it really is giant. But so you don't have little movements, you have big movements. But there's not much I can do about that, I'm afraid. But yeah, it's either that or the whole arm isn't going to be able to support that weight. It just falls down. As you can see, this is just angled, and it just rests there with that stopping there to create that nice, somewhat even angle that I could get the closest with Benny. But yeah, that's basically Benny. And for size comparison, we get Wendy here. I'm going to try and lift him up. And as you can see, they are close in height, but definitely Wendy is not quite as tall, or about the same height as Benny, which I told you before is not actually accurate to the real show. But like I also said before, these figures are not 100% the correct size for the actual scale that my machines are. And let's get Scoop, the big banana. And Scoop and Benny, they're not too bad. But I reckon Benny's roof here should be just slightly higher than this section here on Scoop. You can't really see it too well on the camera, but yeah, Benny is definitely taller than that section by a decent chunk. But he's still smaller than Scoop, which is good. So yeah, with that tread, hopefully you're able to maybe lower that down by 2 plates. And that should get Benny's roof a lot closer to the actual size he should be compared to my machines. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. And that basically wraps up all I wanted to say about Benny and Wendy. So hopefully you guys have all enjoyed this video. This is the final video of 2025. Now that's pretty cool and exciting that we get to move on to a brand new year. So hopefully you guys have all enjoyed this video, and I'm so excited to show you guys Benny. Definitely one of my coolest Lego bodybuilder models I've built. My favorite is still Lofty, because I love Lofty, so you can't replace Lofty in my opinion for me. But yeah, what do you guys think of Benny? Do you like him, hate him? Just put your thoughts down below in comments below. And also, what do you think of Wendy? Wendy's pretty cool as well. I like Wendy as well. She looks great and a great addition to my collection. Just real quick, just okay, thank you guys so much for all the support that you have given me throughout this year, and the subscribers. I really do appreciate it. This year has been a great year, so thank you guys all so much for being here throughout the journey, and I hope to see you guys all next year for a brand new video, which will be Travis, I believe. So happy New Year's to everyone, and hope you all had a fantastic year. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys all next time. Bye!